Hey everybody, now we're at Woods Bay State Park in Olanta, South Carolina. It's one of the 47 state parks and it's probably the least visited out of all of them. However, a lot of times you can find license plates from California, Alaska, Maine, pretty much all 50 states because it's near I-95, just traveling right on down the East Coast. So, are you ready?
You didn't say what day is it?
Well, what day is it? Today is Wednesday, April
13th,
2022. So I kind of hope there's an alligator on the boardwalk. Probably not because I want it to be.
If there is, I'm not going no further.
Oh, she's such a scaredy cat. Okay, this sign talks about Spanish moss. It says mysterious moss. Actually, it isn't moss. Spanish moss is an epiphyte or air plant that gets its water and nutrients from the air. Anchored in the bark of the trees, it can grow to become more than 20 feet long. So it's very interesting to know that. And they have a nice picnic area over here. Got a lot of new picnic tables. And a nice grill back there, so if you want to come and have a party, you can do it. So as we're walking, I got these little brochures out the kiosk. So this is a map of all 47 state parks in South Carolina. This is the bird list for Woods Bay, and that's the map right there. Even though I actually know where I'm going here. Come here all the time. So in some of the past times, this is as far as what some people would make it because you used to have the sign for the alligators right here. And they'd be like, I'm not going any further. But that's where the fun's at with alligators. And this says, life in dark waters. If you imagine strange creatures lurking beneath that murky water, you're right. While it may look unwelcoming to you, a blackwater swamp is a perfect home for species adapted to its special conditions. And the water's dark color comes from tannic acid released when microorganisms digest fallen leaves, sticks, and logs. So, it's pretty cool. So this is a sign saying that alligators may live here. It's not a may on this, they do live here. So they usually stay in the water though instead of on the boardwalk, but every now and then you'll catch them on the boardwalk. I do see some turtles over there on the logs. Hopefully they're showing up. So if you ever have visited here and you're been too afraid to walk on the boardwalk, this is what the boardwalk is. It's over a swamp looking area. And if you look down there, you can see remnants of the original boardwalk that was through here down there underneath the water. Sometimes you can see them clear as day. And sometimes over here to the left, the alligators will be laying on that little island looking thing, but I don't see them today. They must have knew I was coming. So this says return of the gator. When you look at an alligator, you're looking at a design that's been around for more than 150 million years. Although alligators survived even the extinction of the dinosaurs, humans nearly killed off the species. Alligators were hunted to the edge of extinction, but have made a comeback thanks to legal protection. So, one time they had a mama and like 3 babies here. I don't know what happened to her. She was huge. Somebody probably caught her. And then sometimes straight back over there, one will be laying up on the bank, but I don't see it today. And then a lot of times they'll be laying down here in this area, either on the boardwalk or near the boardwalk, but I don't see them right now. And I was so hoping for an alligator. And Mom came prepared this time. She's got 2 sticks. I did not warn her that we were going to be walking through here. She probably thought we were just coming to look at the edge of the boardwalk. But I said, well, I might as well put the video together. And she's being very noisy back there too. All I hear is boom, boom, boom. There's lots of lizards all over the boardwalk today. As long as it's not snakes. I've been out here plenty of times. There's been snakes on the boardwalk, so that's why I do not even suggest coming here no further than where the water ends on the boardwalk once it gets hot. Only time I walk this thing is whenever it's still cold. Now, I always walk to the edge, like where the water ends, just to see if the alligators are out there. And then I turn back around. So this says it came from outer space. Strewn along the mid-Atlantic seaboard are roughly 500,000 large dents in the Earth's surface, called Carolina Bays for the bay trees that flourish in them. These elliptical depressions have mystified people for centuries. And it says there are many debated causes of the bays: wind, water, fish, icebergs, meteorites, comets. The last possibility, still hotly disputed, theorizes that nearly 13,000 years ago, a comet crashed into an ice sheet near the Great Lakes. The resulting shock waves and debris formed the bays, all of which aligned to point toward the northwest. And Carolina Bays range from 200 feet to 7 miles long. The wetland visible here is a tiny part of Woods Bay. And that shows an aerial shot of Woods Bay. It says Woods Bay is on the right. So that would be Woods Bay right there. And the first time I ever saw an alligator here, it was back there. But I've never seen one there again. It was a mama that had babies, and that's probably been at least 10 years ago. Oh, there's a snake.
Where?
Right there. See it?
No.
It's right there.
Oh, that black snake?
Yep.
That could be a black rattle or a rat snake or a black runner.
It's some kind of snake.
That's a snake.
Snake's a snake as far as I'm concerned. And then you come to the end of the boardwalk here, and this says, "Welcome to Woods Bay State Natural Area." About the boardwalk: this boardwalk is the result of local support and federal land and water conservation fund grants. Please enjoy the unique view and access to the interior of a pristine Carolina Bay. Your continued support will help the South Carolina State Park Service extend the boardwalk further into the heart of this protected property. So when and if it ever gets extended, this is how it's going to look out there. So I think the only thing holding it up at this point would be the funding for it. And right there you can see some of the blueberry blossoms that's still there. From what we've been told by the ranger that we're really good friends with here, the people used to come in here before it was a park, and they used to come and pick the blueberries off and then make blueberry muffins out of them. And then the State Park Service came in. So the blueberries still grow to this day. And there's that snake down there again. So that shows the proximity. But anyway, I'm all the way up here, so I'm not going to touch the snake. So now we're coming back into my favorite section of the boardwalk, which is the water. Which I still don't see my alligator anywhere. Not that it's my alligator, but I do like to photograph the alligator. And if you look down, you see a beautiful reflection of the trees in the water. That's something I really enjoy about this park. You can just look down and see what you're seeing from above. Oh, I see my friend. I see it. I see it. He came out. I hope he shows up, but that's my alligator. That's a little one. Yeah. He must have knew I was coming to put him on YouTube, so he said, let me just go ahead and get up out of the water. It's probably not showing up too very good, but there he is. He's my baby. I love an alligator. So exciting. Oh my Lord. Now he's moving. Maybe he said this is my better side. Who knows? I wish I'd have had it still recording whenever he moved. Now he's probably not going to move again because I want him to. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. He moved his head again. So exciting. Let's see if we can see him through here. Yeah, you can see him. I guess we have to tell my little friend bye. But at least he came out to visit. So once you leave the boardwalk, you get to the nature trail. And as you can tell, it's very, very woodsy through here. know what that sound is, but it sounds like a door opening and closing. It's got to be some kind of bird up there. That right there must have got struck by lightning. Look at that, Mom. You think that's what that is?
It might, probably is. The bark is peeled off.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's why they always tell you don't get under trees whenever it's lightning outside. Look what it does to a tree. Imagine what it would do to you. So that tree right there is always very popular. A lot of people try to get in it and take pictures. I guess they think they're Winnie the Pooh. I would never fit. I think my head might fit in it, and that's about it. These are pretty little yellow flowers. Whatever they are.
Remember what kind of tree I told you that was?
Yes, we learned earlier today that tree right there is the red buckeye. We learned that at Swan Lake. We just had to get that video to load, this video to load, the video I took yesterday to load, because my Wi-Fi is awful at the house. So now we're coming up on the site, like where the old mill would have been. And it says, "Power for flour." Now a place of relaxation, this pond was once a hub of commerce. As early as 1785, area maps mention Mill Bay, named for grits mills that converted the ceaseless flow of spring water into power. In 1866 through 67, freedmen created this pond by building the dam you're walking on. The trap water escaped over water wheels that turned millstones to grind grain bought by farmers. By 1900, water power also ran a cotton gin. Getting their flour gave locals a chance to exchange news and conduct other businesses. This site was also popular for swimming and picnics, fishing tournaments and fish fries, and even political rallies. So it says that no photo exists of the Woods Bay Mill, but that's possibly how it could have looked. And if you look closely, I might walk down there. At least right here. If you look over here, you can still see some of the bricks that was from the foundation of whenever the mill was here. So that's a little bit of history that's still down there. Let me see how good I can walk this thing. Yeah, so there's a good view of the bricks that's left over from the mill days. And it's just amazing after all these years they're still here. And there's some more over there and everything, but it's a little hot today, so I already saw one snake I don't want to see anymore. So we will just have to do with this right here. Now I have to put it in gear to get myself back up this hill. Mom said, you need my stick? Yeah, probably. And so this over here, this is where some of the water flows now. And as you can tell, that's really pretty over here. So that might have been the side of the water wheel. They actually used to have this thing up so you couldn't cross it, but I would not suggest crossing that thing to get a better picture of it. Anyway, that's the view. So there's some kind of animal making a racket. I don't know if it's a bird or an otter or a beaver, but it sounds as if it's having the time of its life. It's pretty down there. Ooh, real nice. And there's some of Mom's famous native azalea. She's always happy to point that out. And there it is right there in the woods. Isn't it so beautiful? Out here growing in the wild. That beautiful butterfly out there. So that's a beautiful view right there. I'm guessing that might be the bay. I don't know. Never seen the actual whole bay. But it is a depression out there in the ground. Have one more look at that. It's so beautiful. So that's a very unique looking tree right there as well. That looks like it has 2 legs. Which if you've been paying attention to this video, a lot of these trees have a lot of body part looking things on them. But I have not pointed that out, but it's pretty cool right there. I'm guessing that one might have got hit by lightning as well. Something happened to it. So as you can tell, this trail does have a lot of roots in it. So you do have to pay attention to where you're walking. So once you come into this little bridge, you know you're getting close to the parking lot, because this is one of the final things before you get to the end of it. I know one thing, these lizards are running for their lives in here. Almost made me run for mine if it's a snake, but I only saw one snake so far. So that trail right there will take you to the azaleas, which they're no longer blooming, unfortunately. I kind of think they put that trail in just for me because I would always get excited about the azaleas. But I'm going to include pictures of them at the end of the video so you can see the azaleas, because a lot of people wouldn't know that Woods Bay has azaleas, but they do. We were here about 2 weeks ago and they were just so beautiful. And that over there just looks like a cypress swampland. So pretty. Letting Mom take a breather. And for some reason, I don't know why, it always sounds like I'm breathing heavy on these videos. But you can tell whenever I'm talking that I'm not breathing hard. So I don't know what causes that. Not unless it's because I have it so close to me so you can hear me. That's going to be my story. Because I don't be breathing that hard. But I've noticed it in the videos myself. I'm like, good Lord. So now we're almost at the end of the video.
Dog tracks.
That's a dog track. I thought it might have been a deer track.
Deer tracks go straight in.
So the trail brings you back out at the nature center. And a lot of people complain that the nature center is always closed. Well, what people need to understand is that Woods Bay State Park and Lee State Park are sister parks. So the staff runs both of them. So they only have so much time they can give to this one. So it's usually open for about an hour, 2 days out the week. And if I can find my picture, I'll include the picture of the huge alligator they have in there at the end of the video as well. And there's their donation box, because this park is 100% free to visit. And that lovely building over there to the left is the bathroom. Okay, so now we just finished walking the whole thing at Woods Bay. She did not know she was going to do that today. We should have told her because we walked it in flip-flops. You saw those roots out there. So anyway, this is the information about Woods Bay State Park, and this came from SouthCarolinaParks.com. And it says Woods Bay State Park offers a close-up look at one of the last remaining Carolina bays on the Mid-Atlantic coastal plain. A Carolina bay is an elliptical, something or other, depression of unknown origin. Woods Bay was purchased in 1973 from various owners. The historic structures that were present at Woods Bay included 2 grits mills and a cotton gin. The last mill's brick foundation structures was still present when the park was purchased in 1973 and can still be seen to this day. You did get to see that because I pointed that out. The site of the cotton gin was next to the mill and was powered by the same water wheel on the southeast end of the mill pond. So that's about all the information I could get from this place. But I'm so happy because I got to see my alligator. I think he came out. I said he must have known that I was making a video. So he said, "Oh, Donna's here, let me go see her." So he just appeared, and you could tell he came out of the water because he was covered in green. If he would have been on the boardwalk like usual, I would have just died 1,000 deaths, and I'd have been so happy you probably would have heard me squeal. But anyway, we also saw a snake. I was never really excited about snakes. But anyway, how'd you enjoy it, other than you did not know you were going to do it?
Yeah, I did not know I was going to have to walk.
Yeah, I kind of had to switch out vehicles earlier today because mine was acting up, so we had to go home and get another one. If one doesn't work, always try another one. So anyway, what else? The mosquitoes were bad. Mosquitoes were really bad, so I always suggest if you come to see this park, always come whenever it's cool. Unless you're just going to like the edge of the boardwalk, because that's the best part anyway if you're coming to see the alligators like I do. But anyway, if you have watched, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.
You did enjoy it.
It's kind of funny.
Because I'm a stomper next time.
Anyway, bye. That worked out great. Probably didn't think we were going to get to see a little bit of the country out here, but there's a tractor. Yeah, I don't even think I could ask for better on that.
Yes. It's probably